We are so excited to have everyone in this room tonight to celebrate Pittsford Pride. So we are going to open with Superintendent Pirro to begin the Pittsford Pride Award ceremony.
Welcome, everyone. It's great to have the boardroom filled with such amazing people, amazing students. I'd like to welcome all of you to our Board of Education room. And since Thanksgiving is next week, I'd like to emphasize my gratitude to our principals, to our nominating staff members, our family, our friends, and our special guests for being here tonight. And most importantly, I want to thank the recipients for going out of their way to make the lives of others better by modeling exceptional citizenship and character. Can I have our recipients just raise your hand so I can see where all of you are? You're all awesome. So thank you a ton for being remarkable. Tonight's ceremony will be shared on the district website, and you will all be famous because it's on our YouTube channel as well. You all look amazing. There's no stress. We are YouTube friendly. Tonight's award is truly special. We have close to 6,000 students in our district, and of the 6,000, only 27 total will receive this recognition. It's amazing. So for those of you really good with math, can you give me a percentage? Anyone? Okay, I'm going to move on. Here's how Pittsford Pride works. Each building is tasked with seeking out individuals that they felt exemplified citizenship, and they had to document why. Then a building level committee convenes and selects a candidate to be recognized this evening. Beyond tonight's recognition, students will be recognized many different ways depending on the building that they are in. This can range from being on a bulletin board, or a picture of you on a bulletin board, morning announcements congratulating you. Your name may show up on a plaque. You may work with your principal to decide on a special privilege, and that could be something like for a parking pass at the high school, spirit wear, being a class helper, a speaker to other class as a role model. So you're going to be showered with gifts after tonight. Parents and guardians, I'm hoping you read the small print about tonight, because you are not off the hook either. If you have a child that's in elementary or middle school, you are committing to buying them either ice cream or dinner of their choice tonight. If you are a parent of a high schooler, you will be purchasing a car. So it's the very small print at the bottom of the Pittsford Pride Award. So as far as tonight's process is concerned, as each student's name is called, we're going to ask that you stand, and we're going to read why you were nominated and why you're the recipient. And then when we're done reading about all the great things about you, you're going to have a seat, and we're going to go on to the next person. When all 9 recognitions have been read, we're going to ask the students to come up and collect their framed certificates, and then we're going to have you walk behind the board area, and we're going to take lots of pictures. Parents, guardians, family members, you're welcome to come up and take as many as you'd like. We're going to start with our board president, Amy Thomas. She'll read the first 3 recipients, followed by Vice President Ted Aresti, and I will read the final 3. With all of that being said, and all these wonderful people in our boardroom, it's my pleasure to start the program by introducing our board president, Amy Thomas.
Thanks, Mike, and welcome, everyone. We are so glad to see all of you here, and I'm so especially proud to be reading the first 3 recipients for this evening. The very first recipient is Colin Lynch. If Colin could stand for us. Hi, Colin. Hi. How are you? Awesome. So glad you're here. Colin is in 4th grade, and he is from Allen Creek Elementary School, and his nominating members were Miss Hallett and Mr. Biondi. It's our pleasure to recognize Colin Lynch for the Pittsford Pride Award. Colin is a perfect candidate for Pittsford Pride, as he exemplifies many character traits necessary of such a prestigious award. He exemplifies our school character traits of being accepting, cooperative, empathetic, and supportive, as he has demonstrated these qualities consistently throughout his student career at Allen Creek Elementary School. Colin is a role model for his peers, and he leads by example. He consistently maintains a positive demeanor, all while helping those around him. Students in his class look up to him on a regular basis. They admire his understanding of those around him, his willingness to go above and beyond what is expected, and his ability to handle whatever is thrown his way. While balancing a busy schedule, including extracurricular activities such as soccer and chorus, Colin continues to hold himself to high standards and completes all of his work at an incredibly high level of excellence. His focus and determination elevates all other students around him. Colin asks thought-provoking questions during whole group instruction, works cooperatively in groups and with partners, and goes out of his way to make each day better for those around him. Some examples of this include engaging in challenging classroom conversations, helping his peers socially and academically, and running for student council with the intention of making the school a better place. Colin is deserving of the Pittsford Pride Award as he displays the morals and values we work so hard to cultivate in Pittsford. He's a role model, leader, and highly respected by those around him. Keep up the great work, Colin. We're so lucky to have you at Allen Creek. Congratulations. You can have a seat, and then we're going to take pictures of you after. Our next recipient is Carlashia Clark. Is Carlashia somewhere? Hi, Carlashia. How are you? Carlashia is at Calkins Road Middle School, and she's in 8th grade. Her nominating members are Mrs. Althouse, Mr. Eckert, Ms. Heineck, Mr. Moore, and Mrs. Daniels. It's our pleasure to nominate Carlashia Clark for the Pittsford Pride Award. She's an outstanding example of the pillars of the Midnight Way: creativity, resilience, mindfulness, and spirit. Carlashia is a strong participant in class and always contributes her thoughts and opinions to class discussions. She enters classrooms with a smile and a positive attitude. Carlashia is the type of student that teachers are able to always count on to do her best work and to be her best self. She's bright, sunny, inquisitive, and insightful well beyond her 13 years. If she misses a class due to a lesson or absence, Carlashia always makes sure to check in to see what she's missed and makes up the work. As a student, Carlashia has a strong desire to succeed and is willing to put forth the necessary efforts. She has a passion to learn and is never afraid to share and be an active part of her classes. Her teachers from last year shared that during the remote learning days, Carlashia was a student who could always be counted on to have her camera on, be on time, have all materials, and be ready to learn. She was the epitome of a dedicated student virtually in a year where it would have been easy to be less than that. Most importantly, Carlashia is an empathetic and caring person towards all. She's friendly to peers and adults and genuinely cares about how other people are feeling. She's the first to volunteer to help another student. Carlashia is one of our 8th grade web leaders, and she's energetic, kind, and she is a positive role model to both the other web leaders and the 6th grade students. She's a member of the principal's cabinet, a group of student leaders that works in an advisory role with the building principal. Even after a single meeting, her leadership shines through. She goes out of her way to help others and to make Calkins Road a better community. Calkins Road is so fortunate to have Carlashia as a member of our school community, and her future will be bright and successful. Congratulations. And my third recipient is Camden DelMaj. Hi, Camden. Hi. You're behind me. This makes it really difficult. Let's see what I can do. Do you want to come closer here? Okay, cool. Camden is in 7th grade, right? Yeah. At Barker Road Middle School. And you were nominated by one of your teachers last year and the red team this year. When someone is truly a good person, it's noticed. Therefore, it comes as no great surprise that Camden DelMaj is not only being nominated by a teacher he had last year, but also by his current new 7th grade teachers. Camden exudes kindness, integrity, perseverance, and empathy. He's the type of student who is always willing to help his peers and who always wants to make his school an even better place. Ms. Brown had the pleasure of working with Camden in 6th grade. Right from the start, he immediately became a role model for both students and staff. The hybrid learning model proved difficult for all of us. Camden, however, saw it as not an obstacle, but a challenge to overcome. He persevered through the year, adding positively to both his in-person and remote classes. Not an easy task. He has continued to be positive and encouraging in 7th grade as well. Camden is one of the kindest, most caring students to work with and is driven to be the best academic student that he can be. He works diligently on a daily basis, advocates when he needs assistance, and continually reaches out and supports his peers. When many of us are rushing through the halls in an attempt to get from one place to the other, not Camden, he's making a point of saying hello to his classmates and adults he knows. He slows down to take a breath while the rest of us rush. He reminds us to do the same. He inspires us to be better for not only our own good, but for the greater good. As a student and citizen, he displays compassion and shows strong family values. It's clear that Camden DelMaj is the embodiment of an outstanding citizen and student. Congratulations to you, Camden. And now I'm going to turn it over to our Vice President, Mr. Aresti, for the next 3 recipients.
Good evening, everyone. So happy to be here and looking forward to introducing a few people. My first recipient is Ellie Giantasio. Could you stand up, Ellie? Hey there. Ellie is a 4th grader at Menon Center, and her nominee members were Miss Ingert and Miss Saccone. Ellie is one of a kind, with sincerity, passion, and enthusiasm for all she does. As a 3rd grade remote student last year, she embraced learning about a variety of subjects. Ellie was inspired by class discussions and the literature she read, and would often dig deeper into topics and well above and beyond what was expected of her. For instance, Ellie has shown advocacy for women by writing to the U.S. Mint to add Ruth Bader Ginsburg to a coin. She even dressed as Ruth Bader Ginsburg for Halloween. I'd like to have seen that. When her class adopted a wolf from a sanctuary, she poured herself into researching about wolves, watching the wolf cam, and advocating for animal rights. Ellie takes initiative for her learning and brings depth and understanding to the discussions in which she participates. Ellie also displays empathy and a strong commitment to the success of her peers. She never excludes anyone and takes extra steps to make sure her classmates feel included. Ellie has welcomed new students into her friend group and works well with every other student in her classroom. When working in partners or groups, you can frequently hear Ellie saying things like, "Let's share the reading," or "Let me help you," or "What do you think?" It's no surprise that her peers voted her to be their student council representative. This was an honor that Ellie accepted graciously by saying, "Thank you. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to be on student council. I have so many ideas." It's hard to be anything but positive when spending time with Ellie. She values the good in everyone and everything, and as a result, it's a pleasure to be around. Ellie is never without a smile or an encouraging word for both her classmates and the adults. Even a simple trip to the book fair was met with, "This is the best place ever." "I don't know how I'm going to choose. I'm a real bookworm." Ellie approaches all tasks with enthusiasm and is willing to do whatever it takes to reach the high expectations she sets for herself. We have no doubt Ellie will go on to do amazing things as she sets for herself. Her hero, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, once said, "Fight for the things you care about, but do it in a way that will lead you to join others." That is precisely what Ellie will do. Congratulations, Ellie. Delaney Goetz. Where are you, Delaney? How you doing? Delaney is an 11th grader at Mendon High School. Her nominee members were Miss Labar, Mr. Yeager, and Miss Quattrocacci, and Mr. Rumley. Delaney is a fantastic and well-rounded student at Mendon High School. Her teachers had the following to say. Mr. Yeager, her social studies teacher from last year, describes Delaney as an enthusiastic student who was always willing and consistently participated in class discussions. Delaney often brought up interesting and diverse topics to discuss in AP World History. Mr. Rumley mentioned that Delaney has generously completed art projects for her classroom, and that she is a talented artist. Ms. Quattrocacci says that Delaney is kind, artistic, and helpful, and willing to go the extra mile. Ms. Labar shared that Delaney is dedicated, hardworking computer science student. She creates awesome projects and positively contributes to all groups that she is involved with. Furthermore, Delaney is a team player and enjoys working with her peers. She makes others quickly feel like they're a part of a group and goes out of her way to make sure that people feel included. Delaney specifically works to make sure that everyone has shared something or that everyone's ideas are included. Outside of school, Delaney is a volunteer team member of Team Jackpot, where she helps to organize an art exhibition to celebrate autism. The proceeds of the event benefit the Challenger Miracle Field of Greater Rochester for activities such as adaptive kickball and baseball. Delaney is motivated by helping others find their passion and take pride in their work. Delaney is someone who comes to school and does her best, is her best, and makes a difference in the lives of others. She represents our values of being a Viking strong, and we are proud to have Delaney represent Mendon as the Pittsford Pride winner. Congratulations. My third nominee tonight is John Harrison Mtehete. Sorry. He's a 5th grader at Thornell Road Elementary School, and he was nominated by Miss Harrison, Miss Anat, and Mr. DeBell. Living the Thornell Road way means being respectful, responsible, fair, trustworthy, and caring, even when no one is watching. John is an excellent role model and a most worthy recipient of the Pittsford Pride Good Citizenship Award. When you first meet John, it does not take you long to appreciate his friendly demeanor, quiet confidence, polite interactions, and genuine interest in helping others. In the classroom, teachers cite his work ethic, inclusive attitude, avid participation, and overall enthusiasm as ways John approaches every part of his school day. John has a natural ability for making everyone around him feel welcomed and valued. He goes out of his way to help our new students and make them feel comfortable in a new school. He is always smiling and making others laugh. When working in groups, he leads discussions, but also makes sure that everyone in the group has a voice. He seeks opinions from quieter group members and wants everyone to be able to express their ideas. No matter what is happening, John naturally wants to make sure his peers are confident and happy. His positive attitude is contagious. He has a passion for life that brings so much joy to our school. John is a very talented writer and has written beautiful poems that he enjoys reading aloud to the class. He loves being outdoors, playing soccer, spending time with his family, and especially hiking in the Adirondacks. It is inspiring to hear him describe the mountains he has conquered and the lessons he has learned along the way. Recently, John experienced something unexpected that prevents him from fully participating in some of the physical activities he loves. While it can be hard to just watch your friends play, John has managed with courage and perseverance. We are very proud of all the ways John lives the Thornell Road way and models for others what it means to be an outstanding citizen of our school community. Congratulations, John. Welcoming back Superintendent Pirro.
John, when I was walking in the hall on the way here, I saw Mr. DeBell in the hallway, and I think he said you were going to be the next president, or president coming up very soon, something along those lines. And good luck with that. I heard it's a pretty big job. And Delaney, did you pick out your car yet? You were here for that part of it, right? All right, congratulations on that. My first recipient is Emmy Liu, nominated by Mr. Winter. Hi, Emmy. Emmy is an impressive individual. She is a positive light in our school. Over the past year and a half, her positive light has been critical to the overall well-being of our school community. When you are tested and times are difficult, it is always interesting to see who steps up and who has that can-do attitude. Emmy is one of those people. She is a leader who looks for the good in situations and in the good in others. I am impressed with her earnest, genuine attitude. She truly cares for her school and for those around her. Emmy has been a peer leader and sources of strength since her freshman year. She was nominated by faculty as someone who had many connections to different groups of students, as well as a positive, supportive, uplifting approach to everyone she encountered. Emmy has been a consistent supporter of Sources of Strength. Some students find the core message of the program difficult, as at its heart, a suicide prevention program, but Emmy was able to embrace the seriousness of the mission of the program, as well as the positive aspects of focusing on strengths. Fogging and masking is not a good combination. I just need to get the windshield wipers going here. She never fails to reach out to students and adults around her with an encouraging word or expression of gratitude. Since her sophomore year at Sutherland, Emmy has been an active member of student council. By junior year, she was selected for executive council, serving in the role of executive treasurer. Currently in her senior year, Emmy is the executive vice president, a role in which she serves not only her class, but the entire student body. As a member of student council, she has learned valuable leadership and advocacy skills that she brings to her student council work, as well as the many other student organizations that she's involved with. She has used these skills to further student council efforts towards diversity and inclusion, and she has helped lead her peers through the challenging, unprecedented 3 years of fully remote learning and hybrid learning. This year, Emmy has been instrumental in working to a return to sense of normalcy and school spirit to Sutherland, helping to plan the annual homecoming pep rally and reinvigorating traditions that had been put on hold due to COVID, such as the annual costume contest. Emmy is a bright light at our school. She certainly makes Sutherland shine. Congratulations. Emmy, who do you think is going to win the Rainbow Classic, Sutherland or Mendon? Our next recipient is Maya Masani. Hi, Maya. She is a 4th grader at Jefferson Road and was nominated by Mr. Burrows. It is my pleasure to recommend Maya for the Pittsford Pride Award program. Maya exemplifies the Jefferson Road mission to be her best, do her best, and make a difference in the lives of others. She consistently accomplishes this mission with little fanfare for herself. Other students may not notice or fully understand her contribution to the class, since a great deal of her work is done automatically and discreetly. As her teacher, I do notice, and I really do appreciate the contribution she makes to both her peers and the class as a whole. Maya is always fully engaged in class and is helpful to others, including the teachers. She always has a positive and cooperative attitude that is infectious to her peers. Maya is quick to include all students and goes above and beyond to welcome and include students both from her class and from other classes. If you were to watch Maya in class, you would see her listening intently to directions, watching demonstrations carefully, and getting ready to follow them correctly. Once on the move, you would see her helping others who may need additional assistance with the direction, or quickly offering to gather up people who may need help finding a group or a partner. That's awesome. Maya is one of the first to ask if they can include an extra person if they are exceeding the directed number of people in a group. Her peers respond very well to her. They welcome her help, and they like her very much. Individually, Maya is always working hard to improve upon her own skills and is always playing hard during games and activities. Her enthusiasm is infectious, and it helps the overall group to keep games and activities in perspective. Maya's sportsmanship is exemplary, and she is a leader and role model in that regard as well. Win, lose, or draw, she says, good game to both her team and the other team. Maya is a great role model for her classmates, in my opinion, is very deserving of a Pittsford Pride recognition. Congratulations, Maya. And last, we have Magnolia Yates, 5th grader from Park Road. Yes, no? Oh, okay, gotcha. We're good? Do you want to stand? Sit. Okay, we're good. And Magnolia was nominated by Miss Mangelino Rivera and Barry Krull. Magnolia is a perfect example of a student who perseveres in our school setting. She is a hardworking, kind-hearted, polite, sweet-natured, and lovely girl. She pushes through any and all challenges and encourages others to do their best regularly. She compliments others regularly as well when they succeed, and she raises her hand proudly in class to read aloud daily. She has never given up on her schoolwork or assignments, even when they are challenging to her. Her ability to use her resources in class and add to discussions with her prior knowledge is a joy to be around. Magnolia always greets people with a smile and is like a ray of sunshine in our building. She has the ability to make others feel good about themselves, likes to laugh and have fun, loves music, drawing, and seems to enjoy life to its fullest. Magnolia always maintains a positive attitude in class and enjoys reading and writing. She will fill the pages joyfully regarding any topic, and her reading skills improve so much each year. She also loves to help others with reading their work, offers to read for the class, and enjoys sharing what she is thinking with people. Her zest for life is both contagious and refreshing to be around. She is the first one to volunteer to attempt any task, offer an answer to a question, or help with any job. Even when she is unsure of an outcome with an answer to something, she bravely goes forward with her answers, and she's not afraid to make mistakes. Magnolia sets a great example of how to be her best self to others in the classroom every day. She isn't afraid to be herself, and even sings us a song lyric that goes with what we are learning when the mood strikes her. These things that she does brightens everyone else's day and are so needed in school. Park Road Elementary is lucky to have someone as positive and friendly as Magnolia walking the halls and being present in our rooms. It is an honor to be able to work with her in school and a pleasure to nominate her for the Pittsford Pride Award. Congratulations. It's amazing when we decide to focus on something positive what comes out. And we are so impressed with the students, the people that are here. We thank you again for your role in each of the child's lives, it's obvious that you've all done something really well, and we are so very grateful for having your children in our schools.